American League board starts at the top with Cleveland at Toronto. Danny Salazar on the hill for Cleveland. Boy, Salazar's been good as of late, but he's had the extra rest. Remember, he was supposed to throw in the weekend series. He didn't because of an illness. Cleveland held him out. They still performed very well over the weekend without Salazar. He will pitch tonight in Toronto against David Price, and this is a battle of two guys that are in outstanding form right now. And David Price just looks so happy to be part of this Blue Jay team right now. His last 36 and a third innings have produced 41 strikeouts, a 1.98 ERA, and a 0.96 WHIP. However, Danny Salazar has done every bit as well over his last five starts. Salazar, 33 innings pitched, a 1.91 ERA, a 0.88 WHIP, only 30 strikeouts in the 33 innings, so Price with better than a strikeout per inning over the course of 9 innings, where Salazar's just a shade under. But two power pitchers, two guys that can dominate. I think we're going to see a pitcher's duel here for Salazar. Going to be a tough lineup. Obviously, we've talked about it time and time again, how tough this Toronto lineup is. Saw it over the weekend against a weak Detroit Tiger pitching staff. Cleveland starters much more difficult, so I think the Toronto lineup might find it a little bit harder here. Cleveland, however, is on a real good run at this point in time. Remember, this is a team that I thought would go on a nice run here the last 6 weeks of this season. They're on that right now, climbing up the wild card standings. So this becomes a very big series for them. They're winners of their last 5 in a row. The left-handed dominated lineup worries me a little bit against Price in this case. David Price against Michael Brantley. You turn Carlos Santana around to being a right-handed hitter. Jason Kipnis comes from the left side. The better bats in the Indian lineup come from the left-hand side, so Price has a real good chance to silence them here. What I would say is look at the total in this game. Now, we made a comment over the weekend about how the baseline for Toronto games at home seems to be settling in with bookmakers at 9.5, but notice how it's down to 7.5 in this game tonight. It's not by accident. It's done because of the two starting pitchers here, but I still think this one can find its way under the number. Both bullpens are in pretty good shape here tonight. I think you'll get the best work out of them late in the game. 7.5, you might have to lay about 15 cents with that under. I'm really not big on playing totals in the first game of a series simply until we know who the home plate umpire is. But in this case, you might want to look at the under. These two guys can throw dominant baseball. The problem with Salazar would be he can run pitch counts up too high too quickly, and he may exit early if that's the case here tonight. You don't want to be stuck with Cleveland and no Salazar after, let's say, 5 2/3 or something like that, because that just doesn't bode well for the Indians. But if Danny Salazar's on, this has all the makings of maybe a 3-2 type game. Probably worth it to take a little bit of a flyer on the under here, even though it's the Toronto offense. But please check the home plate umpire situation before you go ahead and play, because that could change everything. I'm not involved here in this Cleveland-Toronto game. I'm taking a good look at Cleveland, though, to see how they respond against a very good Toronto team, and also taking a good look at Toronto against quality pitching, because when it comes playoff time, the old adage is top-notch pitching defeats top-notch offense. But we're going to see in this game starting here tonight against Danny Salazar, if Toronto crushes Salazar, we're going to know that there's probably no pitcher out there that can slow this offense down right now. Good game, good series. Going to take a pass, though. I wouldn't blame anybody who wanted to get involved in the under in this contest.